up your engine!
The 2020 Silverado HD pickup, although it says it has a 10-speed Allison transmission in it, it is not made by Allison, the Indianapolis-based company. It is actually what they call a branded Allison that is made by General Motors. The name branded. We're talking about real skullduggery here. Even in their advertisement, they say the Allison branded transmission. They have to say Allison branded because it is not made by Allison. Allison's a good company. Matter of fact, a long time ago, GM bought it, but then in 2007, they sold it to some company who made it private, and it's its own company. They make a bunch of the transmissions for the heavy-duty GM and GMCs, like the big 2500s and up. And they have almost 24 different varieties of these Allison 6-speeds that they make. But this is a 10-speed. It's not something that Allison makes. It's called Allison branded. What a farce they're trying to pull on the public here. People see the name Allison, they think great. Just like, and I've said it many times, look at the Jeep Renegade. All right, you think you're getting the Jeep. No, basically a Fiat 500 four-wheel drive vehicle. All Italian technology. Has nothing to do with the original Jeeps, but they're calling it a Jeep. Same thing I see with a lot of Mercedes. I even look at the sticker on the door, and it'll say Germany, Stuttgart, on the top of the sticker on the door jamb, right? You think it's made in Stuttgart. No. Then you find out later, oh, well, that car was made in South Africa. That car was made somewhere else. Wasn't made there. But they put Stuttgart, Germany on the top. It's really getting to be rather deceitful, these companies. So, when you're going to buy something, do a little research. You don't know? Ask me. I'll tell you. I have a Triumph motorcycle in the garage. And this is kind of a reverse complaint because it actually worked out better. But it's a Triumph Thruxton, right? And they say British, and British flags flying everywhere. Well, mine was made in Thailand. And the only way I figured that out was I had to get the VIN number and decipher it. And when I deciphered it, I found out it was made in Thailand. But in my case, that's actually better because the Thais build things better than the British do these days. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but they were talking with this virus of shutting down the English plant entirely and making them all in Thailand. They already make all the two-cylinder ones in Thailand. They're talking about making them all over there. If somebody thinks they're getting a British bike, like my Triumph, only to find out it was made in Thailand by deciphering the VIN number, there's nothing on it that says made in Thailand. I look. In my case, it worked out better, like I say, because Thais make better motorcycles than the British do. They have more of a work ethic these days, I guess. I went to England a while ago. I was amazed at watching a bunch of people just sitting around doing nothing, smoking, drinking coffee. Yes, the British drink coffee. They drink more coffee than tea. Maybe it's better that those are made in Thailand, but at least I should tell you where they're made when you buy them. Christian Hernandez says, Scotty, what are your thoughts on the 2018 Chevy Impala Premier 3.6 with 40,000 miles? Love your videos. Don't buy it. They're not making Impalas anymore. Every single customer of mine who's bought an Impala in the last 20 years ended up regretting the decision, whether they bought it new or used. The quality of Chevrolet, GM, now they're not even making them anymore. Don't buy it. And it's what, 2018? So it's not going to be cheap. People owe a lot of money on that. Run away from that thing. Don't waste your money. You want a car that's nice, get a Camry or something, or get an Accord. Don't get one of those junky Impalas. Thrash Metal says, Scotty, I'm looking at a new Honda Ridgeline all-wheel drive or Toyota Tacoma 4x4. Uses family vehicle, daily driver, light towing as a vehicle that can last a long time. Thoughts? The Ridgeline's a little bit better, a little bit more power. The Tacomas generally last forever. They're both good vehicles. You know what my advice is? Road test them, see which one you like better. You wouldn't make a bad choice getting either of them, but see what you actually like. The Toyota will probably last a bit longer, but it's your money. You're going to spend a lot of time riding around with it. See which one you like most. Go ahead and buy that one. They're both decent vehicles. Jacques Cardin says, Scotty, what do you think about Geely's? What are your thoughts about Geely? Well, it's a Chinese company. Now, I guess they're starting to get ready to ship cars over here if they haven't yet. It's a very large company. They make a lot of vehicles. And since they make them in China, they cost a lot less. If they ever make it over here in mass, I'll start working on them. I'll check them out, and I'll tell you what I think personally. People I know that live in Asia and stuff that buy them, they've been relatively content with the vehicles. You know, they're a big manufacturer. It's not some tiny man. It's kind of like the GM used to be in the United States of China. You know, even GM's making cars in China now. They don't sell them over here yet, but they probably will at one point in time. Brookhand says, opinions on diesel BMWs, 335D and others. All right, a while ago they tried selling diesels in the United States and they failed and they gave up. They've been selling them in Europe for decades and the people love them there. Now they're trying to sell them over here again. The only problem about diesels are you never know what the laws are going to be. In Europe, my European friends and English friends, they tell me, hey, they're making legislation that they're going to phase out diesels. They won't even let people drive diesels. They'll stop selling fuel to them. So it wouldn't be a smart idea to buy one nowadays. Now, in the United States, I doubt if they're going to phase out diesels for quite some time. But good luck in the United States finding somebody to work on that BMW diesel when it breaks down. Because the BMW dealers, they will stick it in and break it off. They're one of the highest repairs anywhere. And since they don't sell that many diesels in the United States, from my experience, they don't have that many good diesel mechanics either. Their guys work on gasoline most of the time. So in the United States, probably not a smart move buying a diesel BMW. Jason Andrews says, God, I got a 19 Buick Envision, 2.5 liter, 40,000 miles. When I idle at a light short lifter starting up, the steering wheel shakes. What could it be? All right. Geez, that shows you the quality of GM. The thing's 1 year old, 40,000 miles, and it's shaking at idle. Even the spark plugs shouldn't be worn out yet. These iridium plugs are good for 100, 200,000 miles. My video, make your car run better with a little spray cleaner. Maybe cleaning the throttle and stuff will fix it. Could be there's a little buildup on the throttle. Change the air filter too. You never know. Hope that it's something that simple. But knowing GM quality, who knows? And since it's only a year old, I'd take it back to the dealer and say, this thing isn't running right. Fix it for free. Personally, though, I'd never buy one in the first place. That's why I warn people. You know, if you get anything out of me, listen to me. Don't buy GM products if you value your money. Frank De La Terga says, Scotty, man, what's your opinion of buying a certified pre-owned Mercedes with unlimited warranty? Thanks. Unlimited warranty. All warranties are limited. They're pieces of paper. They're insurance policies. They'll find a way not to pay for stuff by hook or by crook. And when they call them certified, who the heck certifies them? They certify them themselves. It'd be like having a room full of criminals and they'll all tell you they're honest men. Of course they're honest men, right? Mercedes-Benzes have amongst the worst resale value in the world in the United States for good reason. They're money pits. They fall apart as they age and they cost a fortune to repair. So if you want to save your money, don't buy a Mercedes. It's certified, non-certified, warranty, no warranty. And you're never going to get a great deal on one of those because the certified ones, they're dealerships. And man, they want so much money for those things, it'd make your head spin. Ruben Cabrera says a stock rim's better than aftermarket rims. Depends who makes the rims, of course. You know, who's making them. Now, if you're talking about changing the size of your tire, the stock ones are best. If you go to a bigger or a smaller tire, the car was engineered for the size yours came with, OEM. The engineers make it for the handling, the braking, the acceleration, the ride. You put on bigger or smaller wheels, you screw up the geometry and they never ride the same. It's a show thing. I mean, if you're into low riders and that stuff, you really don't care how they ride. The low riders, bang, 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 bang. They're riding low, right? But if you're into that style, that's your business, go right ahead. But if you like driving your car around with a comfortable car, you would not change from the factory ones. They were designed that way to ride as good as they possibly can. And you start messing with bigger wheels because they want that bling, it's going to start riding like crap. Plus your speedometer will give you the wrong speed too. VJ Trey One says, when to change your brake rotor, Scotty? I don't see anywhere. Here's how you can tell. Tell you the truth, you don't see anywhere. It's probably okay, but let's say it's your front brake rotors. You hit the brakes hard going 60 if the steering wheel doesn't shake, but it stops straight. But if the steering wheel starts shaking, it means they're warped and you need to change them. If it's not warped, you don't see anywhere, what the heck? Use them over. I've been doing that in my own cars for hundreds of thousands of miles. But when they start shaking, then you buy rotors. Victor Alonso says, Scotty, what do you think of the 2.0 Ford Focus automatic? Don't buy one of those, especially if it's got one of those dual clutch transmissions. Ford now either has to fix those transmissions or buy the cars back for those Focuses. They got a big buyback system and stay far away from them. And don't think, oh, I'll buy one and then Ford will pay me more for it buying it back. No, they won't. They'll offer you nothing. All my customers that tried to get a buyback, they said they're going to pay between $2,000 and $22,500 to buy them back. The most I ever saw them offer was $2,500. They're not going to pay you much for those things. Don't think they are. Stay away from those things. If you look at a used one, it might even been one that was bought back and now they're trying to sell it. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.